Hello everyone, my name is Moon and welcome back for more Tsukihime, A Piece of Blue Glass Moon. So last episode we got our first ending for Ciel's route, but we gotta continue and find more endings. So let's do this. We chose I can't be her servant the first time around. Now this one, I can't turn my back on her.
お願いだから逆らわないで。私にあなたを殺させないで。
She's let her guard down. The armor of her perfection is cracking. I can hear the desperation in her voice, but that's all the more reason not to agree. I can't let her do this, not because I resent her for it, but because she's making a critical mistake.
シキ、それとも私のことは嫌い？
She gazes earnestly into my eyes. Pinned underneath her, all I can do is stare back. Fiercely enough to set my mind aflame. At what, until now, I couldn't. Was trying not to see. A snapping sound echoes deep within my head. This time, it's not the sound of my skull fracturing, but my brain itself ripping apart. I stare at her as though this were the last moment of quiet left in the world. Her entire form is too much to take in. Instead, I hone my gaze on a single point. There, at the weak, vulnerable midpoint between heart and mind.
アルクエイドのことは嫌いじゃない。
本当？
I wonder what's gonna happen in this one, right? But yeah, Shiki's saying he likes her now. I mean, he really did, but what I mean is, yeah, this is CL, right? Her eyes widen with delight. To her, my words surely shone brighter than the brightest star. But I'm sorry, Arcuade. My confession meant nothing. Oh. An admission of love under threat of death won't bring you the happiness you seek. So basically, he's just saying it. Yeah, he's just saying those words. I mean, he doesn't really mean it. I guess to calm Arcuade down. Once a moonlit flower smiled at me with the night at her back. If my feelings for her are true. My forehead burns. Through the molten slurry that was once my brain. You see a line now. I make out a solitary line of death.
けど、やっぱりお断りだ。俺が惚れてるのはシエルであって、アルクエイドじゃないんだから。
See? CL is the one he likes. Arcuade's eyes blaze with sudden fury. But before she can act on it, I actually cut her. My knife traces the line across her throat. It's over. It's over like that. Imagine. A shadow flits above the muted activity of the residential district. The executor races through the city at breakneck speed, tracing a path through its forgotten corners where only the birds holds vigil. Her face is drawn, her breathing ragged. Executor CL would face down a dead apostle without batting an eyelid, but the trepidation she feels now is far beyond that.
早く、もっと早く。
From roof to roof, she leaps. From building to building, she bounds. She eschews the terrestrial route, barreling through the night sky as the crow flies toward the source of this fearful presence. She only noticed the change a minute prior. It happened on her way back from the church. As her taxi pulled off the freeway and into Soya, she sensed something irreversible had happened to the young man in her care. The city below is sound asleep. No magecraft or curse suffices the air. The magical energy in the atmosphere feels broadly ordinary, but a pervasive wrongness shrouds the town nonetheless. She can feel it on her skin. Like a cocoon, like a veil, an unthinkably powerful presence is twisting reality, as though forcing it to conform with some great will. It is said, a true ancestor's thought is the world's command. In the records of the church, she has read of such mystics. In her growing apprehension, she curses her superior. Though she may not trust him, acting prelate Mario is her only remaining ally, or was until he went silent. His executors too have made no move. The news that they were retired from the duty the previous night has yet to reach her. She hides her churning thoughts beneath a calm veneer. What is happening on this night, she has no way to know. As to who is responsible, however, she has no doubt. To some extent, she expected this. That her mortal enemy might come to claim her in one last hunt. Channeling her unease in greater speeds, she streaks toward the true ancestors at the epicenter of the wrongness. She could reroute to retrieve her 7th holy scripture, but her mind banishes the thought. Every instinct screams that if she employs her usual cold efficiency and prioritizes victory over her charge's life, she will lose all she holds dear. Her magically augmented vision picks out her target. She can still make it, she still has time, but just as the light of hope kindles in her eyes. What is that? An impossibility bars her way. We actually seen this one, right? In Arcuade's ending, I guess? Near her ending? To the side of a building it clings, a grotesque silhouette, poised motionless on the face of a concrete wall. Oh no, the spider. Its skin is tough yet supple like leather or tree bark. Now you can see like it's a spider there, the head, but it has arms, human arms. Its abdomen is grossly distended. 6 legs sprout from its tumescent gut. A mass of claws or perhaps fangs grows from its shoulder, so large they could be dinosaurs. Its lower body resembles that of a spider. Its upper body is almost human. The 8 eyes that dot its face are unmistakably arachnoid. Yet, strange of all, a muddled awareness oozes from the aberration, one that is neither murderous nor hostile. Perhaps it is from the shock of that encounter, or simply the monster's grotesque form, but in this moment CL senses that catastrophe is inevitable. So this monster arrives in this route, finally. The fight is over within a minute. Wait, it's over already? CL held nothing back in the truest sense. We didn't even see anything. Abandoning her human values, her most foundational principles of war, and even the basic notion of survival, she devoted herself completely to eliminating her foe. In other words, hell-bent on mutual destruction, she fights until both she and her enemy are bloody ruin. The monstrosity bursts apart, or rather fragments, and begins to disintegrate from the outside in. CL's black keys laid its hulking form to waste. 96% of its surface area has been pierced, scorched, blasted off, or otherwise prevented from regenerating. An arm lock tore off its colossal left arm, and the 50-ton bare knuckle impact to its unprotected breastbone finished it off. Despite its presumable immortality, the sheer extent of the damage left the beast no choice but to retreat. Its fate was sealed the moment CL, a true immortal, capable of unlimited regeneration, drew it into a contest of endurance. CL, however, does not escape unscathed. The creature inflicted no damage to her body, but it leaves her spirit in rags.
今のは一体。
Nature could have not birthed such a beast. Some dead apostles find amusement in transfiguring humans with infusions of their blood, but not to that extent. It would only be a parting gift from Roa. I don't think it's from Roa though. Maybe from another one, right? A psychotic doctor? Perhaps he spent one of his many lives researching the fusion of humans and animals. A fist seems to close around her heart at that thought. What if she were to plumb the depths of Roa's knowledge? Might she learn to produce similar?
いえ、そんなことより。
As blood surges once more through her freshly regenerated body, she reminds herself of her mission. This nameless monstrosity is only a distraction. Her true foe is the most sublime of all destinies. A beautiful beast locked in battle with the one she cherishes most.
お願い、トーノ君。
The Executor again takes to the air. A world unto itself envelops Soya like a cage, and none know better than she the unimaginable despair it portends. Okay, that was a quick battle. I thought it was gonna be a long one. Suddenly, I'm free. Arcuade slumps on top of me, unmoving, cutting her line of death. Must have incapacitated her. I take the opportunity to extract myself from her clutches and back away while I still can. With her weight off me, I can finally breathe. My shoulders heave as I try to calm my hammering heart and throbbing brain. I need to run, but first I have to gather my strength. Knowing Arcuade's regenerative abilities, she'll get back up and come at me at any second. Arcuade's arms splay wide beneath her own weight. She collapses face first onto the stone pavement, looking for all the world like she's sleeping. I freeze as I catch a glimpse of a wet scarlet. I expected blood. I know what it meant or means to cut a throat, but I never imagined she would keel over so easily, like she was a human. That isn't the only abnormality. Crimson blood, rich as wine, flows across the ground. The warm red liquid is both Arcuade's vital essence and a gaping wound in the world itself. Slowly but steadily, the pool swells. It seeps into Arcuade's clothing, staining her ethereal white a gruesome red. I've seen this sight before. This puddle of blood with its dull, wet glim. So the first time he did it to her, when he cut her right into pieces. Did I kill her? I couldn't have, could I? No way, that's crazy. This isn't like the last time. Seeing that line took all I had. And thanks to my vampiric senses, I know with terrifying precision just how vast the gulf between our abilities is. That slash was only meant to slow her down for a second. There's no way it could have killed her. Repressing my instincts to run away, I take a step closer and my breath catches. Her arm jerks. With an unnatural lurch, a single arm plants itself on the ground like a spider's spindly limb.
不思議。停止したのは首なのに、そっちよりはるかに胸が異常を訴えている。
She was so hurt that Shiki did that to her again. She speaks not through words or telepathy, but breath. Through her will fused with the natural world.
痛い。痛い。好きなのに辛い。嬉しい。熱い。苦しい。やっぱり大好き。でも手に入らないものはないのと同じ。逆だ。どこにもないから私の手には入らない。でも拒絶された。比べられた。また無残に殺された。またまたまたまた。なら私も同じことを。ない。あんなやつ初めから存在していない。
I hear a sound, like reality creaking under some great strain. It seems to come from afar, yet right beside my ear. I know it well. It's a sound of a life torn asunder. So it could only have been the death knell of the world. Warm breath and hot blood spills from her throat. Her arm trembles as she forces herself up. Scarlet pours over the ground in a ceaseless torrent. Her body silently peels itself off the slick stone. Her head rises from the pool of blood. I glimpse her eyes through matted blonde hair. Their sockets are the sunken hollows of a corpse, but in their deep depths rages a crimson fire. What in the hell? All around me, pavement, street lamps, buildings, every human work upon the surface of the earth tumbles toward her. Like a wallpaper torn down, like a coat of paint dissolving, like the world is being flayed of its skin. All of creation cedes its essence to her grasp. Loftily she proclaims that which I cannot comprehend. Behold the power of the true ancestors, sensory receptors of the planet itself. This is the marble phantasm, the authority to reshape the world as we see fit. This city is finished. This land is finished. Buildings and beasts shall be transformed, flattened to 2 dimensions and swallowed. All phenomena converted and contained. Now comes the inner sea of the planet, grown wild and free for leaving man behind. Praise it, fear it, offer your lives to it. Your world now teeters on the brink, and soon it shall invert. Her eyes stare wildly at nothing. Too weak to get up, using one hand, she splashes gracelessly back into the pool of blood. She pushes herself up, slips, flops back down. Every time a little more red stains her body. Again she tries, again she fails. She almost seems to take pleasure in the pitiful spectacle.
待ってて。
I can't move. Arkuei's voice, her person, her will flood unstoppably into my mind. The torrent seizes my frail ego, swamps it, drowns it. The world spins around and around. As I struggle against a vortex, her thoughts enter my brain. Never have I suffered such humiliation. Never have I endured such disgrace. How delightful to level this burning rage on Shiki. How it would be marvelous. It would feel wonderful. I would give the world for the pleasure. Such joy, such joy. I can't hold back. I won't let go. I can't wait anymore. I want to see it. The moment I tear him limb from limb, crack open his ribcage, pull out his entrails, crush the fleas from his throat, saw open his skull, and paint the ground with his brains.
待っていて。すぐに殺してあげるから。
Arkuei trashes about in a pool of her own blood, laughing like a woman gone mad. I can't move. This is bad. My soul is frozen from the inside out. Staying here can only mean a certain death. I have to get out of this place. Anywhere will do, anywhere. So long as it isn't here. But my legs are frozen stiff. The world has ceased to exist. It's my fault. In form and function, or rather, all function has been stripped away, leaving only shadows behind. The buildings, the people, everything, squashed into a flat sheet and peeled off the face of the earth. In the remaining wasteland, only she and I are left standing. She has no intention of stashing me away like the rest. She won't show me that mercy. She's singled me out so she can personally tear me apart. The rest she disposed of, tossing it into the hole in the world, leaving alone in this corpse of a city. Everything I did was pointless, every aspiration I had meaningless. I imagined myself the city's savior only to become its murderer. Even if my legs could move, I have nowhere to run. Do I get it now? I wonder. That I'm going to die no matter what I do. Finally, she arrives. That voice breaks me from Terra's grasp.
先輩!
いいから早く逃げるんです。彼女の蘇生が終わる前に早く。
As I stare stunned, CL grabs me by the arm and leaps high into the air. We fly over the rooftops and land atop a tall building. She hits it running and leaps to the next. It's just like the night I soared above the city in Arkuei's arms. The only difference is that this time I can match my escort stride for stride. Energized by my fight with Arkuei, my transformation, Roa's corruption is accelerating by the second.
先輩、どうして?
どうしても何も聞きたいのはこっちです。あれほど部屋から出ないでくださいと言ったのに、どうして外でアルクエイドと会ってたんですか、遠野くんの浮気者。
You tie me with Arkuei. Okay. Don't we have a bigger problem in our hands?
部屋から出たのは謝ります。でも誤解ですから。どうしても耐えられなくて、外に出たらアルクエイドがいて、あいつ自分のものになれとか妙なことを言い出して。
言い訳は後でたっぷりしてもらうにして。今は急いで。
先輩、前!
A great wall, looking for all the world like it belongs in a medieval castle, suddenly rises before us. With no way to change direction in mid-air, we're locked into a collision course.
遠野くん、口を閉じて。
Still clutching my arm, CL kicks hard against the wall. Her boot clacks harshly on the stone. She redirects her momentum into a sideways wall run, avoiding a direct impact. The world around me may have gone mad, but CL seems to be doing her best to give it a run for its money.
先輩、これ何ですか？今のどう見ても城の壁でしたけど。
アルクエイドの空想具現化です。こんな大規模なもの、私も初めて見ました。
Yeah, it's a castle. Look at that. Beautiful.
急ぎます。この規模ではあと数分で街がなくなってしまう。
Shorn of both its surface and insides, this cityscape has become a forest of shadows. Above it, piece by piece, an enormous castle takes form. CL and I hurtle through the otherworldly night. I can guess where she's taking us. The school. Again. Perhaps due to Roa's lingering influence, it's managed to escape the hollowing, assailing the rest of the city. We descended 20 meters to touch down in the sports field. It's midnight, so the grounds and buildings are deserted, but the site is still similar or familiar enough to take comfort in. The rest of the city, however, has been entirely stripped of color. How long can a school hold out? Will it eventually be swallowed by the vortex as well? Do not delude yourself. This refuge will not last. Another ancestor might resist her principle with their own, but my own meager, bounded field has no such power. Her phenomenon conversion can stop even time, or rather it could not flatten the world without destroying time itself. It has converted this city into a metaphysical object. She might soar away, leaving only a residue that is one with the planet. This is her power, the godlike authority to revert this planet to its primal days. Only one force in this city can resist its pull. Someone else's neural impulses flash behind my eyes. Damn it, I've got enough craziness to deal with out here in the real world. I don't need it in my head too. So a lot of things are happening with Shiki right now. Arcuade getting angry, CL saving him fighting Ro in his head. All at the same time.
遠野くん、どこか怪我を？
いや、大丈夫。背骨がまだきしんでいるけど、すぐに慣れます。
She lets go of my arm and looks away or look back the way we came.
アルクエイド。いえ、見境をなくした神祖の機能が現れたのでしょう。神祖が本気で能力を発現するとき、世界の方が神祖に合わせた環境に切り替わる。この土地は彼女の望む環境になるために、一旦更地に戻されたようなものです。残ったのは町の残像だけ。現れている城壁は彼女が作り上げているものでしょう。そして元にあった町は不要な遺物として別の場所にしまわれてしまった。
しまわれた？町ごと生き物全部？
ええ、地表に生きるものは最近に至るまで全て。例外は彼女に異物として弾かれた遠野くんと障壁を張っていた私だけです。文字通り規格外の怪物ですね。このままでは世界が裏返る。そうなってしまったらこの町はもう取り戻せない。星の内海に収納された事象は二度とこちらに戻ってこられなくなりますから。
What CL's describing is on a scale beyond human comprehension. I don't understand half of it. One thing is clear though, if Arcuade isn't stopped, things will get much, much worse.
はい。あの城が完成する前に神祖を排除できなければ、この町は消え去ります。
排除？ 先輩はアルクエイドと戦うんですか？
それ以外に選択肢はないでしょう。いえ、そもそも彼女の方からこちらにやってきます。遠野くんは校舎の中に入っていてください。
Arcuade is coming for me, but would she really kill me? I mean, I think she would kill you, man. You see that thing outside? That's coming for you.
違う、それは違う。先輩、怒らないで聞いてください。あいつは本当にいいやつで、さっきのは俺がやりすぎて血迷っているだけで、傷が治って落ち着けば。
無理ですね。その落ち着くまでの時間であなたは殺されていますし、この町も戻らなくなります。
CL is very right on this one.
そもそも遠野くんの中にはロアがいる。アルクエイドにとって最も不要な吸血鬼を殺すことに戸惑いはないでしょう。今の彼女は血に飢えた吸血鬼と化しています。あなたが知っているアルクエイドには遠野四季を殺すまで戻ってはくれないでしょう。
I almost object but bite my tongue. She's right. I reflect on what I've seen tonight. The creature Arcuade has become cares only about killing me. Any hope of talking her down died back in the park. Besides, this isn't just my fight anymore. Soya's very existence is hanging in the balance. Arcuade only lost control because of what I did to her. I know I shouldn't even consider this, but if I were to let her kill me, both CL and my hometown would...
遠野くん、
She just hit me with a perfect flick to the shoulder blade that actually felt kinda good. Did she hit a pressure point?
おかしなことは考えないように。心祖がああなったのは自業自得ですし、あなたに責任はありません。彼女はいずれ吸血衝動に負けることが確定していた。それが何年か早まってたまたまこの町で起きただけの話です。あれは悪魔の見えざるダイスのようなもの。人間である私たちは巻き込まれた後最善を尽くすしかないんです。
CL gazes up at the eastern
で
sky.
もやっぱりこうなる運命だったのかもですね。遠野くんを守るためには彼女と決着をつけなくちゃいけなかった。彼女が活動しているとそのしもべであるロアの意志も活性化するんです。遠野くんの中のロアを抑えるにはまず彼女を眠らせるか追い返す必要があった。ですからここで彼女を倒すのは一石二鳥です。
She takes my arm and runs toward the school building. We're gonna go to the tea room.
遠野くんは校舎に待機していてください。彼女と戦うのは私の役割ですから。
待ってください。先輩こそここで隠れていてください。あいつとは俺が蹴りをつけますから。
Look at Shaky. He's trying to act tough. Earlier, he couldn't even move without CL being there.
遠野くん、私、怒りますよ。
CL glares daggers at me. She seems more exhausted and angry though.
私の体のことは知っているでしょ。私は何があっても死にません。けど遠野くんは別です。確かにあなたの目ならアルクエイドを倒せるかもしれませんが、その前に彼女の爪があなたを殺します。遠野くん、言ったじゃないですか。私を幸せにしてくれるって。なら、お願いですからこんなところで死なないでください。
でも、先輩一人じゃあいつには。
見くびらないでください。私が今まで何体の使徒を仕留めてきたと思っているんですか？こと吸血鬼退治なら、私の右に出る者はいないのです。
CL strikes a confident pose. Funny, if her hands weren't trembling, I'd almost be convinced. She's scared, even after the dozens of vampires she's killed. But no. All that experience wouldn't allay her fears. If anything, it'd just put into perspective how much of a threat Arcuade truly is. Because yeah, I mean, she's fought Yeah, strong opponents, but unlike Arcueid though, and what Arcueid is doing, right? You see that huge castle out there? I can't just do nothing. I can't leave her to fend for herself, even if it cost me my life. But before I can tell her as much, she presses a finger to my lips.
その先はそれこそ言っちゃダメです。お願いですから、私のわがままを聞いてください。一度ぐらい、本当に一度ぐらい、私だけの意志であなたを守りたいんです。そうしないと、私は遠野くんに心から笑顔を向けられなくなっちゃうじゃないですか。
Tears well in her eyes as she speaks.
私がこんなに早く帰ってきたのは、ダメだったからなんです。遠野くんを助ける手段は教会にはありません。教会にあるものはロアを利用する方針だけで、転生体を助けようとする方法なんてなかったんです。あなたを失わずにロアだけを殺す手段なんてどこにも。
I see. If that's how it has to be, at least she tried. I should have known it would never be that easy.
でも、それはシエル先輩が泣くようなことじゃない。
いいえ、私がもっとしっかりしていれば、ロアを追うことばかり考えず、もっと他の道を探していれば、違う可能性だってあったはずなんです。だからもう、私にできることは、ロアの侵食を少しでも遅くすることしかできない。苦しいって、遠野くんがどれだけ苦しいのか知っているのに、それでも、少しでも長くそばにいてほしいって、そんな自分勝手なことばっかり考えてるんです。私は。
I don't want to watch her cry, so I pull her close where I can't see her tears.
遠野くん。
俺だってできるだけ一緒にいたい。先輩は自分勝手じゃないですよ。それに先輩がしつこくロアを追いかけていたから今があるんじゃないですか。全部を取るなんてできない。こうして先輩と一緒にいられる今の代わりにロアを消す手段を作られても嬉しくない。
でもそれじゃ。
勘違いしないで。俺ロアなんかに負けるつもりはこれっぽっちもありませんから。
Having bared my heart to CL, I've cooled down enough to remember what Arcueid said. It's a gamble, but I still have one last card to play.
ロアの相手は俺がします。自分のことですからね。けど確かに俺じゃアルクエイドを止められないんで、そっちは任せます。
はい。ありがとうございます。
CL's arms squeeze tight around my waist. I bring my lips to hers as we embrace. But then she hops back like a startled rabbit.
キスはダメですよ。そんなことされたら、私嬉しすぎて気が抜けちゃいます。ですから、今は抱き合うだけにしておきましょう。
だね。じゃあ少し離れてるけど、ピンチになったら呼んでください。
はい、信じています。あ、でもその必要はないですよ。本当に今日は切り札があるんです。以前のようにはいきません。希望でも強がりでもなく、アルクエイドは倒しきります。だから、問題はその後です。アルクエイドが消えれば、ロアは全力であなたの体を支配しに来る。その時、私には何もできないけど、お願いします。
Oh, I get it now. CL might find Arcueid daunting, but she doesn't fear her. Her only true fear, it seems, is losing me.
すごいな、先輩は。
I mean, I think for CL though, yeah, she cannot die basically, right? But it hurts still. But she's used to that. Like it hurts much more if Shiki dies.
この状況で勝利宣言とか、どんだけ自信があるんですか？
笑わないでください。真面目な、切実なお話です。
もちろん、おかげで安心できました。大丈夫。ロアには負けないって言ったでしょ。俺が勝てないのは先輩だけです。
I send her off with the most confident smile I can muster. With a silent nod, she sets off toward the stairs, then stops, as though she suddenly remembered something.
待ってください。
何？忘れ物？
はい。明日になったら街に遊びに行きましょう。乾くんと3人で、この前のやり直しをするんです。
Oh, you remembered Inui, huh? Her smile warms me from the inside. Thank goodness. Our promise really did mean something to her after all.
それじゃあ、約束。
I offer her a handshake.
はい。今度はちゃんと守ってくださいね。
CL's fingers brush against mine. She shakes my hand vigorously, then withdraws.
遠野くんは校舎から出ないように。でも危険だと判断したら、校庭か体育館に移動してください。
Her deep blue habit vanishes up the stairs. This time, she's gone for good. Look at that. Insanely massive. Okay, so we'll take a break here. It's getting intense yet again. I mean, we started this one, or this episode we have today. Very intense. Arcuade gets angry, but yeah, it's different than when they fought on, I guess, let's say the normal ending for this one. This one is insane. What is gonna happen? We're gonna find out. So we are gonna continue this and do more of Tsukihime, A Piece of Blue Glass Moon, in the next one. So I'll just see you then. Bye bye.